Hello everybody, welcome back to Simulated Heaven, and we are in a new game, Albion Online. Those of you that watch my channel a lot will know that I love sandbox games. I do find sandbox games really cool. But one of the major reasons I wanted to talk about this game is not particularly talk about the game as such, but just to say that I was completely and utterly blown away by the cross-platform stuff in this game, and it just makes me wonder, why has it taken this long to get cross-platform games? It completely blew me away. I've only really played the game for I think almost a week, and I haven't played the game for that long, maybe about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, maybe something like that. And it's a sandbox game, kind of, you know, a bit like Zion, maybe a bit like Worm Online, although the grind is not that crazy. You know, it's like basically it will plonk you into a world, and you can try it and gather resources. For example, I can try to cut down this tree, like so. I can try to gather rock. There's various kinds of rock here. We got iron ore. You can see that people have been harvesting animals. You know, there's a fox here, so I can attack him. The combat is not anything amazing, but that's fine. I mean, I would play these games more for the crafting, to be honest, and that kind of stuff. So that he died, so I can click on him, and this guy has got a lot of hide on him. Now you can see the fox hide, it has a Roman numeral for 2, that means it's tier 2. So basically you start off with the lowest tier items, things you can gather without any tools, and then you can gradually build up and move on to higher tier things. Now, like I said, the thing that has blown me away about this game is cross-platform. Now, you can actually play this game on anything. I'm playing it on the PC right now, but you can also play it on Android. You can also play it on Apple, like Apple phones, or even an Apple computer, a Mac computer. You can play it on pretty much anything. Phones, tablets, pretty much anything, which is pretty crazy, really. So I turned this game on my Android phone. I played it on my phone, and I was just blown away. It really was exactly the same on my phone as it is right now. I mean, okay, you're obviously having to control it using your phone, but I didn't find it that bad. I mean, I wouldn't say that you'd want to do anything too crazy, you know. You wouldn't want to do anything too crazy whilst you were on your Android, but you can, you know, especially because I was on a phone which didn't have a big screen. I mean, the game worked fine, but I wouldn't do like PvP or anything. But you can just wander about in the world, do your gathering, and it's the exact same game. You log in the same way as you do on the PC, and it just made me think, why has it taken this long for us to get to this point? I mean, the technology has been there for ages, and it just, I think it's going to be a major reason why it hooks me into this game. I mean, this game is not out yet. It's in like a winter, I think they call this a winter alpha, something like that. So it's still fairly early on. But, ooh, what's this tree? Oh, it's only tier 1. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, it's very early on. Very early on. But still, I think eventually when the game is out, this is something that's going to really hook me in. Because the fact I can just pick up my phone, like if I'm away from the home, if I'm on a train or on holiday in the airport, waiting in the airport, like to go on holiday. You know what I mean? Basically, it's amazing that I can just pick up my phone, log into this game, and do some kind of gathering or some grinding, crafting, stuff like that. I find that really awesome. I haven't really played the game loads, but I have a feeling it's a game that I would enjoy. It has all the things that you would expect from a sandbox style of game. I mean, you can do the gathering, you can do crafting, you can make your own house. I mean, it isn't, as far as I know, you're only really making predetermined stuff. You can't make, like in Zion, a custom place, but you're making a predefined building, or you can actually make a repair station and then charge other players who would like to use it and stuff like that. So yeah, it looks like it could be really cool. The one thing I'm not too sure about is the combat. As you saw, the combat doesn't feel that amazing really. It feels kind of clunky to me, and it doesn't feel like it would be that enjoyable in PvP. And I'm very heavy now. Let's look at my inventory. We'll throw away that log that's no good. Yeah, maybe throw away this one because that's also not that important. Wow, we picked up a lot of stuff, didn't we? We did pick up a lot of stuff. Anyway, so yeah, and the other thing as well, people have said that because of it's a mobile game, or because it's a cross-platform game which is available on the mobile, they start saying things like the graphics look really bad, look cartoony and no good. But I don't know, man, I really like the graphics. I think the graphics look alright to me. You know, it reminds me a bit of the Torchlight 2 graphics, which I think it's amazing. I mean, it's a very unique art style, and it's a good way of making a game. It's a good way of making our damn. Oh, and I'm stuck on that. That's not good. You know, it's a good way of making. Am I gonna die? No, he's gonna die. It's a good way of making a game quite easy for you to run. What did I pick up? Oh, silver. You know, it's a good way for you to make a game easy for it to run on lots of different platforms, you know. So I don't see the graphics as a problem. I actually quite like the graphics. I don't find it bad at all. But I know I've heard lots of people saying, oh, it looks like a mobile game. I'm pretty sure that most people, they already know it's it's on the mobile, and they just like to say that, like, oh, it's a mobile game, it's no good. But look at the graphics. I think they're pretty nice. I actually like the graphics. And, you know, I'm not a graphics whore at all. Like, most of the time I don't really care about the graphics, more about the gameplay. And this game doesn't seem to have a lot of promise. I mean, like I said earlier, the combat is not the best, but to be honest with you, I don't really... I mean, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to get involved in hardcore PvP, really. So, to be honest, the combat does not make a lot of difference. I would play this more for the crafting and stuff like that, which all seems pretty in-depth and pretty fun. I mean, it's way early. It's way early. I mean, I was aware of this game a long time ago, and because I really like sandbox games, I had my eye on it, but I kind of held off for a while for it to develop a bit more. But I took the plunge finally, like about a week ago, and so far I'm really happy with the decision. I mean, I've not got too far, but it seems like the kind of game I'd really enjoy. And like I said, the cross-platform stuff just blew me away, really. Yeah, so I don't think I'll be making loads of videos on this game. I mean, the main thing with my channel is obviously the simulator games, but I do include some sandbox games because I like them a lot. But it's not ever going to be a main part of the channel. It's just going to be some minor stuff that I do from time to time. So yeah, I mean, I would imagine I'll make a few videos on this game. I mean, it won't be for a while. I mean, I obviously need to play the game a lot more and get to know the finer details of the game and stuff like that. And because it's the winter alpha, and I believe the winter alpha is 4 weeks, and then after that it will, I believe everything is wiped after that. And the thing is, with games that are going to get wiped, I don't like to put loads of hours into those kind of games and then it all gets wiped and you need to start again. But I'll obviously just use the time. I threw that away, didn't I? Whoops. I'll just use the time that I do spend in the game to basically just learn some of the mechanics, learn how some of the stuff works. But I'm not going to spend hours and hours grinding up loads of stuff just for it to all get wiped. Okay, leather. Did I pick up leather? I picked up loads of leather. And the other thing I do really like about this game is this, you can see it in the bottom middle part of my screen. You have these like objectives that are there all of the time, and they basically will change like depending on what you are doing at that time. And I think that's really cool. It gives you a real visual indication of how you are developing in the game. So I think that's really, really clever. And it's all linked to a thing they call a destiny board, which is basically like showing the progression and everything. So yeah, I mean, I can really see that this is a game with lots of potential. Oh, I can craft rough cloth now. Can I do medium cloth? No, because I need to see, this is the tier 3 version of cotton or whatever, and the tier 3 material is I don't have that. I only have the tier 2 stuff, so I need to craft that for now. So yeah, so I just thought I'd make a short video. And yeah, I think the main thing that I'm trying to say is that why has it taken so long for the cross-platform stuff to happen? And I really hope more games see the success of this game, because I think this game, for a sandbox game, has been already quite successful, and I think a part of that is the cross-platform stuff. So I hope other games see that, and then also they make more of these kind of games that are cross-platform, because this is just a prime example of how it can work. And in my mind, I think it's a real important feature, because these days, the mobile side of gaming is becoming really popular, and also like everyone has got loads of devices in their household. Pretty much everyone's got a tablet, a phone, a computer, loads of different stuff. So it's like, if you can have a game that runs really well on all of those platforms, I think that really, really helps, like, to make this game or that game a popular game or a fun game. So yeah, there you go. That's Albion Online, and thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.